Today, there are so many churches in the world. The number is doubling, by the minute. If you live in Africa, you can relate with me. You can, confirm that the number of churches on the streets are increasing every single day. And I used to tell people that it will get to a point where the number of churches will be more than the number of Christians that we'll have. You can also agree that um, there's a church for everybody today. A church that aligns with your personal beliefs, so with your personal ideologies as well. If you feel like a church should look this particular way, there's going to possibly be a church that looks that way. So it's more like an industry today, a huge industry with um, different niches, specifications. I mean, anyone who looks at it from the bigger picture will easily interpret that the gospel of Christ is spreading abroad. So it doesn't matter the community, the doctrines that the churches bring, the name of God is spreading abroad. But this is, in fact, not the truth. The truth is, if every church today, if the churches today were preaching, the real gospel, if the churches today were preaching the truth, we wouldn't have that much of a number. But today it's becoming increasingly difficult to separate the truth from the lies, because you have a lot of churches today, a lot of false prophets to the real prophets. I mean, the situation is even worse than the prophets of Baal and Elijah. It's more serious than that. So what we're witnessing in real time is actually the devil multiplying the churches. Now it sounds really funny, it sounds weird, but the devil knows that he doesn't have so much time. So he wants to get as many persons as he possibly can. So he goes into the church. That is the best place. He infiltrates the church, he corrupts the church. And today we have a church for everybody. A church that believes what you believe, a church that aligns with your perspective about life. And every single person who feels like they're called by God jumps into ministry, opens up a church, and we have a lot of confused people leading confused people. So blind people leading blind people, and this is becoming enormous. It's becoming so difficult that it's almost impossible to get the truth. So you could find five churches on one street, and none of the church is actually teaching the truth. A lot of the pastors are after their bellies, they're after what they will get, after the fame, the recognition, every single thing that will come to their names. But in reality, the truth is being hidden, and it's becoming really difficult to find what is the real truth. So, just to wrap it up, you know, he knows that he has a very, very short time, and he wants to get as many persons as he can. He draws them to himself. He comes and appears like the Messiah. He appears like the Savior. He appears like Christ. Appears like he's been converted into an angel of light. And he brings all sorts of tactics. So if you run from one church, you're not running from another church. And you have to be wary when it's time like this. You have to pray for people, for God to save people, because a lot of people are running from frying pan to fire. They're running from the devil to the devil, thinking that they found God. And this is what he wants to do, he wants to achieve. So that on the last day, people will say, but I was in the church. I listened to your word. I did all sorts of things in the church. And you don't want to be told, depart from me, I don't know you. So be prayerful, be vigilant. Also study the scriptures. Pray for the understanding while studying the scriptures. No one is saying that you should avoid churches. Yeah, pray. Go to church. God will definitely lead you to where it's right. And just be careful. See you on the next video.